Hi, this is Jesse Barkasy here, and today I want to talk about stock trading. Basically, I've been trading stocks for about 24 years, and I've done a little bit of commodities also. Now, I've had periods of time where I've had big losses and big gains, but overall, I've taken hundreds of thousands of dollars out of the market. One of my first trades was with my friend 3 weeks before the crash of 1987. We bought a mutual fund, and I remember we lost something like $300. And my attitude was, wow, there's a lot of people who went short the market and they made $300, because even back then I knew that you could buy stocks to go on the upside and make money, and sell them short to go on the downside when I was 18 years old and just starting out. And that's part of the attitude. I mean, my first trade was a pretty significant loss for me at the time, when I was probably busting tables or something, or waiting tables back then to pay for college. So basically, what I want to talk about today is these books and these DVDs by Michael Covel. And they've really impacted my trading. I wish I had some of them very early on in my trading career, but I do suggest them. They're in my his books are in my top 10 list of books to read that are trading related. So I'll go through first. The first book is Trend Following, a very good book, endorsed by some couple people like Ed Seykota and so forth. Very good book to make money in how great traders make money in up or down markets. I suggest it. It's a good reference to read, 5 or 10 times. The Complete Turtle Trader. A couple of biases in here, but all in all, very good book. Again, another reference for me. 23 novice How 23 novice investors became millionaires. Story of the turtles. I kind of believe it's fairly accurate. You never know, because they're telling a story of years ago, so they want to put a good light on everything. But I think it looks fairly accurate from what I know about trading. And these two things are just strikingly unbelievable. This DVD blew me away. The Larry Hite DVD. You can see it there. I'm going to watch this DVD probably 5 to 10 more times at a minimum. I've already watched it probably 4 times. And very inspirational. Not much of a cover here, but Damon Vickers, his interview with Damon Vickers. Interestingly enough, one of the most valuable pieces of material that I've gotten that's come from production with Michael Covel and Damon Vickers. This, if you can get your hands on it, get it, because it's very good. You might be able to see it on YouTube. I'm not sure what they're doing with it. That's that. And this Larry Hite is good for if you're just starting out with a little bit of money. Sometimes you got to take a big bet to get yourself into the swing before you start to be able to trade a lot. So just to give you some credibility about me, I've been trading since I was 18 years old. I'm 24 now, and I was a broker for 2 years, working from an office and from home, and that didn't go too well. I was a young broker, and I was mostly interested in trading rather than people that didn't want to trade right. So I mean, there was people's accounts where I made them 100% within less than a year. And what do they want to do? Shut their account and take the money and go, which maybe was a good idea. But I've made money year after year with a couple drawdown years, so I think they would have still been more ahead by sticking with me. So that was a broker for a couple years. And then I worked for the NASDAQ stock market for 11 years before I left, before I quit. And at NASDAQ, I would help the traders, the market makers, to use the computer system. I helped them develop some software. And I did get my Series 7 when I was a broker also. I don't have it anymore, and that's been expired for years. So my aspiration would be to a few things. I would aspire to own a hedge fund and manage several millions or billions of dollars, or to make so much where I can live an affluent lifestyle from trading my own money. And I haven't quite acquired that. I've achieved that. I've gotten by years and years without working regular jobs and saving and paying off things. having no debt. So I've done fairly well, but to go to another level, I think you've got to read about the very, very best traders a little bit. Try to get in contact with them. Recently, I was on a seminar, a webinar, I mean. It was on the internet with Gil Morales and Chris Katcher. I don't know if I pronounced the names right. And they were students of William O'Neill. And basically, I got a lot out of the seminars in the last week. Even after 24 years, I said to myself, geez, maybe I should be doing this a little bit harder or this a little bit better. So in my opinion, to keep learning and keep going towards the best investors, keep extracting information is the best way to get your trading better. It's all around psychological. There's a few rules that you can follow. You've got to be on the right side of the market and so forth. If you short into a up market or you sell when the market's skyrocketing, it's really, you're not going to make big gains. So the psychology is really the key, because the rules are simple. To see a stock going up or a commodity going up that's a relatively a stock that has relatively good volume, I mean, that's easy. It's just the psychology of telling yourself, oh, did I get it too late, or making excuses, looking at the news and saying, well, the government's doing this or that. And that's like the weaknesses of a little bit of the fundamental analysis or the psychology. So Covel goes into some of the psychology. And I did so well in the 90s that they did some articles, the Investor's Business Daily. So I got this article from, it was April 24th, 2003. There's a goofy picture of me right there. So that gives me a little bit of credibility, I hope. I made some good gains, and I didn't trade that well because I think I could have made millions. And I made hundreds of thousands of dollars in the market at that time with the internet stocks. And then here's another one in July 29th, 2002. I'm looking a little cocky there. I don't feel that way, but that was when I just had the addition on my house built. And back then, what I was doing is the stocks were coming down. The internet was bursting a little bit. And I started to put a little addition on my little house here. And I'm thinking I'm all smart. Meanwhile, the housing stocks were going up 200% and 300%. Where I could have put a lot of the money into there and bought a whole new house, But in any case, those are things from the past that I learned. So the specific focus today, though, is the Michael Covel. I think he's got very good books. Little opinions that maybe 1 or 2% that I kind of didn't think needed to be there, but all in all, 99, 98% very good books, and I recommend them. For this much money, to have this much information, what he's done is he's connected with the best traders in the world, similar to what I've done. I've met some of the best traders in the world, Mark Cook, Ed Sakota, personally a few times, but he has connected with them, gave them extensive interviews, and put the information down and given you books that describes them. And he has 2 websites, trendfollowing.com and michaelcovel.com, that gives a lot of good information. I highly recommend going to those websites also and checking it out. And whatever you can afford, I would get it if you're going to be into trading big time, because I think it'll pretty much make up for itself or pay for itself within a few months of trading if you bought his highest level course. So that's my spiel for today, and just trying to recommend good products. And since I have experience in trading and been around a while, I recommend that. I'm not at the level I want to be yet, but reading about the attitude of these guys, I got to go back to talking about the attitude. I was at a webinar with on my computer with Chris Katcher and Gil Morales, and hearing these guys, how they talk about how motivated they are to trade every day, every move of the market, is just very awakening to me. I can't explain it. Enlightening. So I think that you got to keep going, keep reading, and keep studying. And Michael Covel has a lot of material, so I think he's a pretty good person too. He's a nice guy, and so check it out. And I wanted to do this little review for you guys and for his company, because I would like to see him around a lot longer, so I can learn some more things as he posts some more things on his website and comes out with more products. Thank you very much.